So, as our main group of kids look up on the purple sky, let's go back a day. Let's go back to the start of Wednesday morning, and let's move away from all the hustle and bustle of class time and all the students cramming for their exams. And let's go to one bugbear who currently has self-study for their first period. Roadhoggeth, would you please introduce yourself and tell us what you're spending your very important self-study period doing?
Well, my name is Roadhoggeth. I came up with the name actually. Well, the second part, but I'm a bugbear, as I guess the voice in my head just told me. I'm a student at this good academia, and I'm currently just not paying attention to any of the study material on my desk, and instead I am just staring at a wall watching paint dry. I'm a tall, well, pretty short for my species, but I'm a tall guy. Let me actually check how tall I am.
6'9", I believe.
I'm 6'9".
In the drawing, you're on your knees. You're like kneeling down to be part of the group.
I'm 6'9", which is basically really small for my race, which I do not have any self-conscious doubts about or am jealous, I will have you know. I'm a blondish bugbear, pretty hairy. I have the gangster fit on, you know what I mean? I got a fedora. I got a chain with a gold chain, which I don't know if it's fake or not, but it doesn't feel fake, so I ain't gonna question it. It's got a monkey's paw on it, and I am smoking candy cigarettes. And yes, it is a real fire. It just ain't real cigarettes. I don't know how I didn't get caught yet, but I'm just that good. I also have the school's uniform on. I'm not doing it properly either, so who cares? But yeah, I'm just watching the wall because I got nothing else to do. Well, I kind of do, but I ain't gonna do it, you know what I mean?
Of course. To be clear, Road has been caught a number of times, but I don't really think that changes anything and is gonna stop you from doing this. So, you have an exam later today, 4th period. You're a 7th year. This is your final year. You've been doing this so long at this point. You know the drill. You kind of know how it goes. Being a 7th year, though, you kind of don't take exams the same way as everyone else. You don't sit down for a lecture, and you don't sit down to just write answers. It's very much about proving what you already know. It's a lot of like writing papers and stuff. It's, if maybe for scouting class you actually have to go out and you'll go into like the academy's like safer dungeon, and you've got to like try and retrieve something within a set amount of time. Or maybe for the people taking magical history, they've got to write about an event they found particularly important. For you, what is an exam that you are focused on mainly, if any at all?
Well, I ain't really focusing on any, mostly, but I guess if I had to choose, I suppose it would be the thing that I'm focusing on, because I think is gonna be important. I've been told it's important. Is the scouting one, the thing that I've just been given because I'm pretty dexterous. So I'm kind of focusing on it, but focusing for me is like bare minimum. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got more important stuff to do. You know what I mean? Just how it is.
I mean, it's self-study, you're kind of allowed to do what you want, and it's like, who really cares about 2nd period? And then 3rd period is also a free period for everyone in the academy, so they have time to do club stuff or more revision, and it's like, you've got a lot of freedom. Like,
Yeah.
do you need to be here?
Nah. I got this in the bag.
You got this in the bag, do you? Can you just give me an intelligence roll, please? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah,
just roll me intelligence.
Yeah, sure. Wait. Do I just press no?
You just press int on your character.
Ah.
17. Not bad.
17. I'm not that stupid, you know. I just don't choose to use my intelligence for anything at all.
Well, you might be okay. The kids might be alright, it seems. Well, are you going to spend this self-study doing anything in particular, or are you just going to skedaddle?
Well, before I do skedaddle to do something else, I do my usual activity of making some really badly fake decks. I could do it better, but they're stacked in my favor for when I go into the gambling club. You know, of course, they're pretty badly made, my decks, but hey, I'm trying, and I'm trying the bare minimum. I could do better, but I don't care. But after that, I am gonna skedaddle. Bud.
Okay. So you spend some time in self-study, just trying to craft these fake decks. Can you roll me a sleight of hand, please?
Of course, bud. I will have you know, anybody that's listening to this is not supposed to be an accent of anything particular. This is just for fun.
Of course.
I'll have you know, so don't get offended.
Thank you for saying that before people get offended.
Well, it's just put this at the start of the episode, you know what I mean?
Of course, cool.
Voice in my head.
Good
21,
roll.
baby. Roadhog if is on the rise.
Okay. You've done this for years now. You founded a gambling club quite early on in your tenure at the academy, so it's been going in one form or another for quite a few years at length now. You know how to make fake decks in your sleep, you know how to stack them, but also at this point, everyone else kind of knows you do it. Everyone knows it's like, okay, be careful around roads. If you ever play gambling with them, they stack those decks.
It's just part of the game, you know. If you don't stack your deck, you ain't doing it right. That's the 67th level in gambling club. I showed to them myself while ripping them off.
Of course. One moment. So, I assume you're gonna make your way to your gambling club. Of course. It was never officially sanctioned, and the teacher's always on the hunt to find it. So tell me, where is it currently hidden? Where have you managed to find a hiding spot for your club?
Well, you know, most people expect us to be at the academy because, you know, it is a club from the academy made out of students. But that's the funny thing. We just leave through a window, probably. We just leave the academy for it. This little, well, I ain't gonna tell you the directions, of course. You know, you gotta be a member first. But this little nook, little thing I found, a little broken down basement that the hinges fell off the thing, so you can just open the door straight up. And, you know, after some excavating with my bare hands and a little bit of sprucing up, it's a quiet little place, you know. Got some space, not too much, of course. Can't be suspicious, you know. But it's a little nook, little basement, broken down at pretty close to the academy, but it's far enough, I think. I hope.
You think?
There's like 2 escape routes in case we get found by the academy or the cops, but I think like one of them collapsed and I don't know which one, and I ain't gonna bother to check it out.
Well, as you make your way out of the academy, it's not too far from the academy, because otherwise if you need to get back to class quickly it'd be a problem. About a 5-minute walk down some back lanes and you get to kind of this basement door kind of in a back alley, which you open it up and head down the stairs. And you enter your club. There's a lot of hustle, there's a lot of bustle. There's a few people there, but obviously it's kind of early morning on a Wednesday. People aren't kind of going to be there already. I feel like you've kind of went there more to escape self-study than anything.
Yeah, of course. It's fucking boring. I ain't doing self-study. That's for nerds.
So, there's a couple of people sat around playing some games. Are you gonna join them? Are you joining in, or are you just chilling for now?
I'm gonna inspect and look around first, see how many members are there. Make sure they're all cheating, because if you ain't cheating, you ain't doing it right. So I will punish the ones that don't cheat. I'm hoping none of them aren't cheating, because I will be very suspicious. I will be very, very disappointed.
Will you give me an insight check, please?
Of
just
course,
kind of on the members.
I ain't too good at this, but
I believe it'll go great. I'm sure.
I'm better at. Okay, well, I'm not really that much better at perception, but. All right. Well, it's not 11. That's not the worst. That's not too bad. You can't.
You can't spot anyone. You can't really tell for some people. Like, some people, you know they're cheating because you know their methods really well. And you've, like, played with them for a long time. Some kind of the newer members who have, like, begun to cheat, they're a bit sloppy with it, so you can tell. And then there's some which are kind of in that weird middle ground where it's like you can't actually really tell if they're cheating. Not because they're that good, but because you're kind of unfamiliar with them. And they're good enough not to be super obvious if they are cheating.
That's just another part of the gambling club. Rule 52.
Rule 52.
You gotta hide. You know, having to cheat is rule 62, but rule 52 is, you know, if you can't hide that you're cheating, you ain't doing it right either. You know, so I'm proud of my boys.
Can I ask what rule 1 of gambling club is?
There's no rule 1. It starts at 12.
Okay. Of course,
it starts at 12. It starts at 12. Then there's rule 22, then 32, 42, 52, and so on.
Of course. Could you enlighten us to what rule 12 is then?
Well, rule 12 obviously is gambling is something to be respected and also to be disrespected. So don't have any mercy on your enemy on the table. But afterwards, there's gotta be respect. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And it's written down exactly in that way, and not said to make sure
it's word for word.
Like that. Yeah, that's it, word for word. And also, this part about it being word for word is in the rule.
Of course. You talk with the voice in your head as well.
Yes, voice in my head. I gotta name you someday.
Okay.
I'm so fucking lonely.
The many rules of the unofficial gambling club are well known to its members. Of course, its weird language throws people off, but they view that as part of it. If you can't decipher the rules, then you're not good enough. Oh god. Yeah, so there's
it's my variety of thieves' cant. This is how thieves' cant works for me, I guess.
Very heavily accented.
It's just really bad. but yeah, do continue, voice in my head.
Oh, of course, Road. So yes, there's a handful. There's like a group of people in there, maybe like 5 or 6. A couple might filter in soon, but like I said, it's still very early morning. It's only like, it's probably maybe getting on for 10 now currently, 10 on a Wednesday morning. And unlike you, some are a bit more insistent on passing their exams, especially some more of the younger years. They haven't quite given up yet. So
slackers, all of them. Slackers. That's all I'm going to say. Slackers.
They're the slackers. How are you going to pass the time? You've got about 30 minutes before second period, if you even intend to go to it.
Well, I got some problems with the teachers already, so I will be attending it. But until then, I am gonna go find a table with the newer fellas. You know, gotta teach them the ways that I may be an asshole, but I did make the club, so I gotta put some responsibility on it, you know, bud.
Of course, bud.
I'm gonna teach the newer fellas, new buds, how the rules work, how you cheat, my methods. Well, not all my methods, of course. That ain't wouldn't be cheating then, you know. But I'm gonna teach them some of my methods, making sure to tell them to find their own ways, make the new things. And yeah, just having a grand old time. You know what I mean, bud?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. So you spot like there's like kind of two tables. Like a lot of the newer folk are playing with each other, and then like some of the people who have been in the club a little while are playing on a different table. So you head over to the kind of, it's like three of them. It's kind of like, it's like two first years who have somehow managed to like find out about it. Normally they don't find out about it until like second, maybe third year, like where it actually is. A lot of people like will hear rumors about it because it's just one of those things that goes around. It's like, oh, there's a secret gambling club that exists somewhere. Like everyone knows that, but like where it actually is kept and how to join isn't something people would even get close to learn until a little later on. The reason these two know is because they are also fellow rogues like you, so they've got a bit of a nose for information.
And the Rising Stars, they did the trials of the club pretty well, if I remember. I did like them. I respect them, but goddamn, they're bad at gambling right now. I got to teach them. But they did best at trials, so you know the members.
The other ones, like a third year, they're how old would that put them in a third year? That would put them at 15. Yeah.
Young.
They're young. You're right at the top.
Does that mean the other two are 12 or like 13?
The other two would be 13, yeah.
God, I'm a horrible piece of shit. I put 13-year-olds on gambling. Anyway, I'll think about that when I go to sleep today.
You're not putting them on gambling, you're teaching them ways to cheat, you're helping them make money. You're an entrepreneur, if anything.
That's true. Thank you, voice in my head, for giving me confidence. That's why I keep you around.
You're welcome, bud.
That's why you get paid the big bucks, bud.
Okay. Okay. Are you gonna sit down and play with these guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna teach them some. I'm gonna play with them, teach them some stuff. You know how it is.
Oh, hello, Road Sir. How's it going? Are you joining us? It's quite early on. What kind of one of them kind of gets out? They're kind of they're a halfling, so they're kind of sat on one of the stools, and like they speak a bit faster. And one of the friend, their like fellow like year group rogue, is a dwarf sat next to them, and they're a bit more they're very clearly tired. They clearly wanted to get some sleep a while ago, and they haven't been allowed. They've been like, their friends kept going, one more game, come on, 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 one more, just one more. Like, Matt, bro, I insist, come on, one more game, come on, one more. And so they've clearly been here all night. You can see just multiple glasses of juice and like punch next to them, empty. It's like they've clearly been going at it this entire time.
Yeah, he's gonna give them a respectful nod for sacrificing all their well-being for this club. And he's gonna sit down, making the chair squeak, because it's a really shitty chair, obviously. We're a club, we don't got that much money. He's gonna give a like fan grin, like, yeah, bud. Let's have some fun, why don't we, huh? Yeah, I gotta teach you youngins how it goes.
Yeah, yes, that sounds good. That would be fun. And kind of the other one's like, I'm leaving. I'm gonna be leaving soon. I'll play a couple. But like, I'm going for second period. I can't. We've already skipped first, and my parents paid a lot to get me here, and I can't just sit here gambling all day. And it's just kind of the third year, the third year who sat with you. She's like, oh, don't worry, you get used to it. It's okay. Your parents will be disappointed no matter what. It's fine. You've got 7 years.
Exactly. He's gonna put his hand on the shoulder of the dwarf, right? Was it a dwarf that said that?
The dwarf was the one who said they were about to go. Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna put his hand on their shoulder, like. So how much did you win so far? Just humor me.
Like
1, right? A little bit.
Like 2 silver, maybe.
All right.
After
Alright, 2
all
silver.
night, I
Now-
actually don't. I
now
don't know how
imagine-
much I've lost.
Imagine this, right? We can multiply that 2 silver in this one match, and then if you just go through second period, I'm pretty sure I've done it before. I tell you, I've done it before. You can multiply that 4 silver, because I ain't gonna win, obviously. Come on, look at me. I'm old and I don't know much, but in that second period, instead of going to that weird ass class that ain't gonna do shit for you, because what gambling's all that's about, you could multiply that 4 silver 10 times. Imagine that, but 10 times 4 silver, that's 40 silver right there. And then, well, it's actually worth a lot more than that. I'm bad at math, but a lot more than that. You can multiply that a lot more. And if you do that for this entire day, you got a lot more silver on your heads right there, buddy. That's all I'm telling you. That's all I'm telling you. But hey, it's freedom. Do what you want. But
he reaches down to his side where he's got a pouch and he kind of opens it, and you can just see like a bunch of like 10 copper coins, and there's like a single silver coin. And looking at this pouch, it is clearly much too big for the amount of money he's got in it. He has clearly lost so much money, and he's like, 4 gold? I could win 4 gold? I mean, like...
people got the money around here.
That would be like half of what I lost. I wouldn't be so bad.
You can get more than what you lost. Now I'll be teaching you. I will teach you this game, right? I am the leader. I gotta take responsibility, right? I'll teach you, and then you could trick any of these fellas in here. You get what I mean? Just think about it, alright? I'd use the opportunity I'm giving you.
I like to think as you say this, you start to deal out. Like, before they get a chance to say no.
Yeah, probably.
You immediately start dealing out. What are you playing? Are you playing poker or are you just playing blackjack?
Poker, for sure.
Okay, great. Yeah, you deal the cards out, and they kind of pick up their hand and look at it, and they're like, okay, yeah, just a few games, Just a few games, yeah. Just a few games, and you can see where you're at, and you can choose again, you know what I mean? Just a few more. That's our saying here at the gambling club. Just a few more won't hurt, you know what I mean? Just one more.
Just one more.
Okay. Please, I assume you're cheating, right?
Of course I am. What do you take me for?
Please give me a sleight of hand, please.
Right. What the fuck was that?
Those are my dice.
Right. See what I get. That's 19.
Okay. You kind of, they kind of deal out. You deal out and kind of you start playing, and it's like you kind of get some good cards to start with, but obviously you're not going to go easy on them right from the start.
Of course not.
How is the first way you cheat?
Well, the most classic of classics. These are new ones. He can do the classic of classics. Got some cards in his sleeves, on his body.
Of course.
Just put one in his hand, put the card he doesn't need back into his sleeve. You know how it is.
Of course. So, kind of, how it eventually ends up flopping is you win, of course, unsurprisingly. Who was expecting otherwise? But the dwarf actually got quite close. They were like second. And then it kind of goes to his friend who did terribly, should have given up a long time ago, but they kept pushing, they kept insisting. And it turned out very bad. And for the... I never thought of what race she was. Thinking of a race at the top of my head.
Dwarf and...
We've got a halfling dwarf.
Halfling.
And we'll say she's a half elf.
All right.
So we got this lineup, and the half elf doesn't do great, but at least she's got the foresight to kind of drop out early, so she doesn't lose a load of her money.
It's might be.
So you kind of rack it up, and the dwarf's like, okay, yeah, okay. He got close, and he's like, okay, it's not all over.
All right.
Let's go another round, shall we?
Yeah, I will say this now. After this, after they're done with the match, he's gonna show the ways he's cheating
Of course.
afterwards. So,
As you
after
will.
completely. Yeah, because he is gonna teach him. He does mean that. That's oh my god, I got a 25.
God. These poor sods. How do you cheat this time?
He's gonna do the most like obvious like what you would think is obvious, but it somehow works. He just like see, he's got one card just hidden in his mouth, like on the roof of his mouth, like constantly. That's why he talks like that. Actually, he's gonna just subtly spit it out onto the table, wipe the like the drool off, and put it in his head.
Okay, I'm gonna have one of them do a counter check on that because that is insanely obvious.
Yeah, he's doing stupid shit just because he can.
Okay.
Roll stealth or.
No, they're just gonna try and beat your sleight of hand. Actually, they can't beat your sleight of hand. I actually don't.
Stealth.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll. We'll see if any of the. Oh, I rolled that as Anna. Oops, my bad. Did not mean to do that.
Yeah, they could do it. It's 15.
No, none of them managed to pass it. We got a. The dwarf gets a 12, the halfling gets a 7, and the half elf gets an 11. They do not pull it off. They are blind to like just the kind of square of saliva that's now on the table. After you kind of spat it out onto the table and like slide it towards you, there's like clear paths of drool like after you drive the card towards you. Oh god. Okay. Ultimately, the round ends unsurprisingly in your victory again. The dwarf doesn't do as great this time. He kind of overestimates himself and gets in too deep when he's not got the cards. The halfling though gets quite close. They kind of had you on the run, and it's like if it had just flopped slightly differently, they totally could have got it. The half elf isn't having a good time, but she's also not betting that high. She's just kind of chilling. She's been around a little longer than the others two, even though she's considered new, and she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lose all my money like this. I'm just here to have some fun on the morning. I'll save the big bucks for when it's a lot busier.
Yeah.
So she's taking it easy. We will do one final roll, shall we?
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell them?
For this one, he is gonna try and make the dwarf win instead of him winning, without losing money, of course, because he's still not gonna do that. But he wants, because you gotta give him the stick, you gotta beat him down, then you gotta beat him, then you gotta work him back up. You know what I mean? So they gotta have one win, so they don't give up.
Okay.
So that's what my sleight of hand will be, to help the dwarf instead of helping myself.
Okay. Let's see how it flops.
Oh, yeah, they had good rolls though. They could win. Okay, well, 19.
Well, you actually would have lost that, I think, if you had played this normally. Not to the dwarf though. So you kind of, as you go, how is it you help the dwarf?
So okay, we don't have somebody to like give up cards, so I'm guessing I would do it.
You're kind of playing dealer as well, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna count the cards and give him the good ones, and like try and give me the second best ones. That's what my plan is.
So what ends up happening is you do manage to get this dwarf, like, the good cards, and he does win, just barely, but his friend, the halfling, like, clearly if you hadn't cheated, the halfling would have won, because the halfling had better cards than you, and you thought you'd given yourself the second best cards.
Yeah, that works out perfectly. Now both of them won, that means they're gonna do more.
The half-elf is just staring like, yeah, no, I'm not taking part in this. I'm actually gonna do a
Goldfish.
Oh, never mind. I was trying to see if the half elf would have spotted you. No. The half elf doesn't notice that you helped cheat, but like I said earlier, they're clearly not on a hot streak. They're clearly just taking it easy. They play quite badly. They give up. They back out quite early on. So yes, you do help the dwarf to win. He's like, oh my god, I won! I won a copper. Oh my god! And he's like so excited that he can't tell that he's like actually just lost money. He was at like 2 silver before, and like now he's like at like one silver, like 2 copper, and he's like down, but he's on that high from winning.
There we go. Now we've got a real gambler in our list. I told you, bud. That's how you do it. Though, I know you knew. When did they join?
So the half elf kind of joined at the very end of last year, kind of early this year. They've only been here, like the dwarf and halfling have only been here like a couple months.
Okay, so they're very new, yeah. Yeah, I gotta teach you to. Well, I guess free. You did pretty admirably, my half elf bud. I don't know your name. I'm sorry. Well, actually, I don't give a shit. You did mine.
You can tell she was like about to tell you her name. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, no, it's fine. I get it. It's love and war and all that, and
you're a bud, but that's all you were, bud. You're a bud. All right.
I'm a bud.
I'll teach you all my tricks that I used here to defeat you the first 2 rounds. And the third round, I tried. I did normal. I didn't do shit. Anything, big. So, just John used my tricks, and you saw how I did the first 2 rounds, didn't you?
Yes. Okay, that sounds good. And like the half friend's like, that would be great, Road Sir. We'd really love that if you could teach us. Instead, the half-elf kind of pushes herself off the table and she's like, while I'd love to join, I have a class to be getting to. I'd love to hear them some other time, though. And she kind of heads off. And you do realize you've got, like, 3 minutes before your next class.
Well, I can just enter it late. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll quickly teach him the 2 tricks. And so yes, he will demonstrate.
You demonstrate spitting the card onto the table.
I'll demonstrate spitting the card on the table.
Of course.
My lessons are very practical. I'll let him try it out as well.
Yes, you give him one of your cards that has been in your mouth, and like you put your finger in it, like push it to the roof of his mouth. And it's like you kind of realize one of the problems is like being a dwarf. His mouth isn't as big as yours, because you're like twice the height of him at least. It's like, oh, like this card barely fits in his mouth. It's like so obvious he's got it in his mouth.
We gotta work on your jaw muscles, but that's. Now, how about this? You just like, if you do, how do you say it? But not flip a card. You like. Do it into it, how do you fucking call it? Fuck. Brain work. You like fold the card so it's smaller, but then you, with your tongue, when you're ready to deploy it, you fold it back to normal and you spit it out. Alright, that's my tip. Try it out. Tip. That'll be that's a tip. Try it out. That'll be your personal technique, it's different from mine. Maybe you can make your own gambling style, you know what I mean?
Of course, sir. I'll practice. I'll learn. And you kind of see him kind of like try to shove the card up, and that's kind of where you leave them as you hurry back to your class. Evidently, this dwarf has completely forgot about the fact that he was insisting that he'd go back to 2nd class.
Yeah.
He's completely forgotten about it. All in all. Okay, I didn't have time to actually properly sort out a timetable for you, so I'm trying to remember what all your classes are
That's scouting.
scouting, dueling, and martial. Oh no, it's like you take scouting being a rogue, so you have dueling, martial arts, and psychology.
Yeah.
What class am I gonna say you have right now?
You're the funny one.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I want to give you a fun one. Okay, you know what? Let's say that you have. Where is it?
I will say dueling would be a good way to figure out the forge thing, but go ahead.
The forge thing?
How to fight with forge, because you were.
Oh no. I know how to. It's just making sure the players know because it's a little bit confusing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm teaching me, but
we'll do it another time because I think that you are gonna kind of rock up to room 108 and kind of just how would you enter a classroom if you're late? How do you go about entering?
So I got my hands behind my head, just like swaggering down the hallway. I don't have my bag, I will tell you. I don't have any of the study material with me. And I will casually enter the... I'll casually enter the class. I look around, sniff, and then go, "Hey, teach, sorry I'm late." You know how it is. I'd had other things to do.
So, you're greeted by Dr. Mirelli Sane, who kind of looks at you. This is your psychology teacher, and she goes, "Oh, of course, Rode. You had your gambling addiction, I'm sure, where you have to go and pamper yourself because you feel so lonely all the time. Is that it?"
Yeah,
this teacher has had you for about 4 years at this point. They could read you like a book.
Yeah, sure, teach. That's just how it is. You know, I got crippling loneliness, depression, and want to kill myself, so I gotta do other things. You know how it is. I'm happy you make fun of my mental well-being and have no care or any kind of tact in talking about it. Love you.
No, you don't, Rode. You hate me, and I can tell because you skip half my classes.
I skip everybody's half classes, you know? I do anybody's class.
I look at your attendance. You skip mine in particular. Don't worry, I'm aware. I don't take it personally because I know being a young student who is 19 at this point, may I remind you, being a young student, you've got a lot on your mind. But so much of that is just self-pity about how you feel like you're so much shorter than everyone else and how you feel like you have to win at gambling because you don't know when you'd win at life.
Is this allowed?
This teacher is tearing you apart. They've kind of taken to you, like, you've kind of picked up on this as you've kind of been attending their classes, as like they've gotten so fed up with you showing up late all the time that they've started to use you as a case study and like as an example with all the other students of like, hey, this is kind of how you read someone. And so like no one in this class is scared of you because they've all seen you be picked apart for years and be brutally beaten down.
I feel like this would actually make him respect her, and that's why he skips her class specifically, just so she does it, so he can find out new ways to so he can hear her like go off on him, not because he's a masochist, just because he wants to learn how to insult people from her.
Of course.
So that's why he skips her classes. He actually likes her. I feel like that's the headcanon.
Okay, you gotta make your way and take your seat and listen to the class. And like, you can see there's a bit of paper on your desk already of like the entire class plan, because you know it's like 50-50 if you show up. So she just like, at this point, just pre-prepares like her class plan, which she writes out. She just gives you a copy so you can catch up on everything.
Yeah, he does read it and he does pay attention. You know, as much attention as he can spare to this, which is like half of it.
Oh, God. Can you give me a wisdom check, please?
Sure, bud.
Thank you, bud.
God, I was not expecting this, but oh my...
Oh, I was hoping that was going to be a 1.
I was kind of hoping it was 2. I was scared.
So kind of, as class is kind of building, he goes, "Okay, class, I hope you've remembered what your exam studies will be. For those who have forgotten," she kind of pointedly stares at you, because it's like, your exams are this week, you should be like halfway through doing your work on this at this point, at least. You should be like...
He points at himself and looks like to the sides, like, what, me?
She's like, "Class, I hope you remember that you've been given the task of finding someone in the school that you wish to profile. You are supposed to do at least half of it without consulting them and asking for their opinions and stuff. You need to be able to understand people at a glance and be able to understand what they're thinking. Road, how's it going for you? Can
I please profile Green's character?
I was about to ask you which player character do you want to have been profiling this entire time?
Please let me profile Green's character and all like the like where I have to. Because he said 50% they don't know and 50% they do now know. The 50% of them knowing was just him bullying him.
Go for it.
But it's just not that he's actually a bully. That's just how he's profiling him.
Do you want to share with the class how it's going?
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure it's me. Okay, so he's gonna. So did he get called up on front to this?
No, they just kind of call out to where you're sat. You haven't been called up to the front. If you want to waltz up to the front,
he's gonna waltz up. He's gonna waltz up to the board. He's gonna pull out 2 like really raggedy papers out of his like pocket that he crumpled in there, and like
some playing cards fall out at the same time.
Yeah, he's just gonna ignore those. He's gonna stick them onto the board. One's a really, really bad drawing of. I need to check with the name.
Dokken.
Of Dokken. It's not like it's just a bird.
And he's a Kenku. He's a Kenku, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bird.
Yeah. Is it just drawn of like a normal bird, not even like a Kenku?
It's a bird in a uniform.
Okay.
With like a tie. That's it. Like it doesn't look like a humanoid. It's just really bad. Like it's also not clear. It's not even clear if he's just racially profiling him or if he's just that bad at drawing. That's how bad it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And the second paper is a red arrow pointing towards the bird, like picture with the word "nerd extreme" next to it.
Yeah.
And like beware at the top right in like red text as well. So, yeah, I've been profiling this dude. He was called Dokken. Yeah, Dokken. That's his name, I think. But, he's a nerd. All right, he's a big ass nerd. Actually, isn't this supposed to be honor tests? Am I allowed to tell you all this, or would this give me like less points?
She kind of sighs and she's like, "I don't believe anyone else is profiling Dokken. Everyone had to pick someone different, so it's fine. And as long as everyone doesn't tell Dokken, because I assume you haven't told him yet."
I told him, we had a few conversations. Yeah,
she is very much doubting you. She does not believe you told him.
He's believing that he told him, but it was the interaction of telling him was very unclear.
Okay.
I'd imagine it went like fucking a Dokken being pushed against the fucking like a wall and just being told, "I'ma watch you, bud. All right, you ain't leaving my eyes. You understand? You understand this, bud?" And that's his way of telling him that he was being profiled.
Can you please tell us why you chose Dokken in the first place? She asks.
Well,
she's like, okay, so why is it you picked Dokken in particular that you wanted to profile?
Well, there were a few factors. First, I haven't talked to him at all till then, I guess, since I started profiling him. I felt like it would be against the spirit of our task to choose somebody we already know. Secondly, I don't know much about Kanku culture, right? I don't know much about it. I thought, maybe I could find some more about it, put it inside my observations. And thirdly, he just was really lonely most of the time. Besides one guy, I think, at the library when I saw him. So I was like, you sure, maybe maybe he'll have more of a social life if I talk with him, because we gotta talk to the target. Know what I mean? But
so you found someone with similar traits as you, such as loneliness, and you reached out to them.
I guess.
Okay. Clearly, you could find that her, in you guys profiling someone else. She's using this as a chance to because everyone who's doing this exam is a final year, so she's using this as a chance to profile all of you as well. Once and for all.
I love this woman. I love this teacher. Yeah, so that's why I chose him. Is that good enough?
Well, what have you found out about him? What is some of the things you've learned past him not having many friends and being she kind of squints at your paper, a mega nerd.
Yeah, nerd extreme.
Nerd extreme, of course.
I want to use this word as I don't know how exactly the because this is the main point. All right, that's this big personality point. Obviously there's more to it, because personality ain't that simple, but it all stems from this. All right, so this dude, right, I don't know much about him in a friendly way. I will say I would not call us friends. All right, I've talked to him pretty neutrally, cue to a montage of him just absolutely bullying this fucking bird. I've been talking to him pretty neutrally, I will say, but I wouldn't call us friends. I want to just face this off at the start of my presentation, I suppose. He's a nerd, all right? He likes reading, he likes listening to music, which I think one of his friends does for him. I saw him. I don't know what his friend's name is, because I was super focused on Dokken. I hope that's the name. I hope I'm saying it right. I don't want to disrespect his name. But the bud, right? He's a nerd. He likes reading. I think he's getting bullied by some people, with physical violence. I think it's pretty unclear, because he doesn't really do anything against it. So maybe it's just his friends being really hard on him. I tried to stop them once. Cue to him just joining the police. But it's him.
You joined in with Tiffany.
Yeah, I joined in, but he's leading Dokken out of the bully situation. So he bullies with them, but then he leads them out, telling it, yeah, I'll handle this fucking racist base myself, But that's how he's rescued him. I think his hope life isn't that great. I feel like he's just really bad at socializing. Not that he doesn't want to. He's got that musical friend where they just listen to music, or the guy makes the music and he listens. So he does have the capability of it. He's just not used to it. Specifically on the Kenku side of it, I've learned that they use things that have been said in the past that they've heard, which is really fucking cool. I will prefix this. That's really fucking cool. I feel like it's also really annoying, but cool. I wish I could do that. So respect to the Kenku, man. So that was really cool. I didn't. I couldn't really find out much about their culture because he seems like just a student, like you, me, whatever my classmates' names are. He says that, by the way.
Like, a few of them roll their eyes. Like, you have spent 7 years with them, with these people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever their names is. He's pretty normal besides the nerd stuff about just reading constantly, being really focused on it. I guess there's some admirable part of the reading part, with his hobby, but like, come on, live a little. That's what if I had to give him some type of advice, it'd be to live a little. Cause it's just kinda sad, I gotta say. Like, I know that my life ain't too good and we may be sharing the problem of loneliness, but, 1 second. Sorry about that, Teach. I got distracted by
of course.
Bird outside the window. Yeah. So where was I? The advice. I would like him, or I would give him the advice of living a little, because I feel like the reading, his hobby, has just become not a way to cope or become better, but just another method of him pulling himself down into loneliness and depression, which I don't feel like is a good thing. I at least got my hobbies, which I will not state specifically to avoid any school rules being broken. But, I got my hobbies, which let me cope, which let me live, which let me become a better person, in my well-respected opinion, respected by myself, of course. I feel like he just needs something else, something totally different from just reading and nerd shit, Something to live, to be something new, right? Because I feel like stagnation could also be a big, point in his life. But I feel like I've been saying very many negatives about him, but he's not that bad of a guy, I'd say. Let me just take a sip of this water because my throat hurts.
You've kind of just been stood. You've been stood at this class for the front of this class for what was just supposed to be oh, how's it going? You have been stood here 20 minutes, basically dunking on this poor guy, and everyone's just oh my god, when is it gonna end?
I don't want to, just be really negative on the guy. He's kind of average, as I said, like you and me. He's got his love, he's got his priorities, and he's not that bad of a guy. Talking to him, it's been pretty okay, I suppose. I haven't gotten to know him personally, because I feel like him and I don't really mesh that well with different priorities, even though we got that thing in common of loneliness, which thank you, Teach, for just announcing that to the whole class. I love having my problems told to everybody. That's just one of my favorite things to hear. But if I had to end this presentation, I would say he's a nerd. He's got his problems, but he's still not. He's not a bad person. He's just like you and me. We all got our problems, in psychologically, physically, and legally. So he's not that bad of a guy. I suppose he's just like you and me. No matter his race, no matter who he's talking to, no matter how he is, he's like everybody. And that's about it. I'll have it be more detailed, of course, in the actual test.
Well, thank you very much, Rode. You've talked on quite a bit. When you make it more detailed, please try to cut down on the unnecessary parts.
I felt like all that was necessary, but
I will be looking forward to seeing it on Friday. And she kind of waves her hand so you go to sit down. The rest of the class passes quite uneventfully, although it's clear she's kind of going through the material a bit faster than normal because she took so much time doing something which was completely uncalled for. Eventually, it gets to the end of the class, and kind of as people filter her out, she kind of waves you over and goes, "Rode, come here."
Yeah, Teach. He's gonna walk over. What you want? What you need?
I need you to come see me at the start of 4th period. And she kind of tells you a room that she'll be in. She's like, I need you to come see me at this room at the start of 4th period, please. I've already informed your teacher, so they won't be worried about you showing up late.
Can I ask why teach?
That is something we will talk about then.
Yeah, alright, teach.
Now go off
don't pull a knife on me, please.
Don't worry, Road. You know I use magic. It's okay. And she kind of waves you off. She's like, go have some lunch, and then enjoy your club time. She does like quotation marks. And she like waves you off, basically.
He's gonna give her finger guns, walk out, and just like wipe the sweat off his brow. God damn, I'm scared for my life, but I guess I gotta go to the 4th period.
So yes, it is now lunchtime, followed up by a free period. So you're allowed to do whatever you like, really. You have an hour for lunch and then an hour and a half free period. So quite a bit of time.
He's gonna go eat lunch, I suppose, which is just like a raw ass steak.
You get it from the cafeteria, do you? Or do you go out to eat? Do you go somewhere in town to get some food?
I guess I'll go for cafeteria food today.
Sure.
I'll go, he'll go for cafeteria food.
You kind of head into the cafeteria. It's always busy in the cafeteria. I mean, this academy is huge. It has so many students. So it's not really surprising. So you kind of go there and you grab some food. They've got a lot of meat on. There's so many different races that attend the academy. So they provide a lot of range. You can kind of smell, like, from behind the counter that you've got quite good sense of smell, don't you? I feel like bugbears do.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would imagine so.
You can kind of smell the smell that you always smell every time you like come here early, which is kind of like a fast food burger, like behind the counter, which is like going cold because they clearly bought it like 20-30 minutes ago, and you can kind of smell the grease on the paper bag that it's still in, and it's like, oh yeah, that's just a fast food that someone always orders. Not you. You like getting your meat, but it's there and it's persistent, and you can always just smell it every time. It's kind of how you know the 4th years haven't come to eat yet.
Yeah, well, he's gonna eat meat. It's his favorite food.
Yes, they serve up. Today it's a gammon steak. Always lovely. Yeah. Quite well seasoned. Obviously, the academy has some great cooks, but they have to cook for a large number of people. So you have that. Enjoy your meal. You take your time with it. You chat with some people that you actually do know, the people you do get along with. You wouldn't really call them friends, but you've had classes with them for so long at this point. It's like you can chat with them. Some of them are like for your gambling club as well.
Could probably. I got 30 seconds, my friend. I'm dying. You would probably look for Dokken, like not like searching for him, just like looking around a little bit to see if he's here.
You don't find Dokken in the cafeteria. He is not there today.
Okay. Probably at the library, being his nerd self. Not that I care.
To be clear, I want to make this very clear for you and everyone listening. Dokken rarely goes to the library. It's like just the 2 times you went there, he also happened to be there. Like, he mainly spent his time at like the side of the school playing his music, or like in one of the music rooms. So like, he is a nerd, but just not the nerd type you think he is.
I've been trying to make it be that way. He just doesn't get it. He's stupid.
Yeah, you don't end up finding him, so you just sit down to have your lunch and enjoy it, and it's very nice. And yes, you have you basically have another 2 hours to kind of do as you like before you have to go see Miss Sane.
Probably wouldn't
Dr.
return to the
Sane.
gambling club. He's already been there. So instead, he'd probably just walk around the school for a little bit. Maybe
go back to your dorm, have a nap.
Yeah, have a nap. Do a little walk around the school. Give 2 or 3 guys a noogie just to keep his reputation up. But then just go take a nap. Have alarm set because he's scared of that teacher. He ain't missing that shit. So, yeah, I think that's what he's gonna do.
Okay, so you just kind of kill time until 4th period. Nothing in particular.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing important.
Well, as you sleep in your dorm, you have a nice long rest. Not an actual long rest, to be clear. It would be a short rest.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. You haven't done anything that would require it. You have a nice rest.
Actually, I used sneak attack on somebody, so that short rest does something.
When did you sneak attack someone? In the hall, every one of those noogies was a sneak attack.
Yeah.
There. Eventually, 4th period rolls around, and you go to see Muriel Sane in kind of her office behind one of the exam rooms, and you kind of stood at the door. Why is this music gone so intense suddenly? This is just this is like the normal urban town mix I have on. Okay, it's gone very intense. You're gonna fight
this woman, I guess.
I'll skip it.
The King's Arrival. Yes, the perfect name.
Of course. Okay.
Of course.
What do you do? You stood outside the door.
He's gonna raise his hand up to knock, hesitate, put his hand down, and do that 5 more times. Before finally just opening it and pushing his head through, just looking around warily.
Come in, Road. She says. She's sat at her desk with some papers. She kind of gestures to a seat next to on the other side of a desk. Take a seat.
Yes, ma'am. He's gonna go in after closing the door and take a seat.
So
what you need from me, ma'am?
So, Road, we need to talk about your attendance. Look, this is something we've talked about all the time. At this point, we've very much kind of given up on your attendance. You've managed to keep yourself from failing at least, but as final exams are kind of coming up this week, you need to be attending stuff. You really do. And I've been the one who's been picked to tell you this, as soon as they think you'll actually listen. Which I think you will. I think you will listen to me. But you do need to start showing up.
Well, which classes specifically, so I know which ones I don't need to show up on.
You need to show up to all of your classes, Road.
But why?
Because you need to pass. Look,
can't I just go...
After you've done your exams, unlike the other years, who will then continue to work for a couple months before the end of the year and take it easy, you're done. You don't have another year to prep for. You can just take those next month and a half to do what you like with your time. You can continue to participate in clubs, official, unofficial, and you can continue to chat with your friends, and you can continue to interact with people, and you just won't have exams to worry about. However, if you fail, that won't be the case.
Won't fail, teach. I'm pretty smart. I got it in the bag. You saw my presentation. It was basically everything you need, right?
Does Road genuinely believe this?
Yeah.
Okay.
He kind of believes it. The second part about having everything he needs for the psychology test at the very least. But him being smart, he's just kinda he's got this in the bag. He's kind of lying.
Can you give me a deception check, please?
Yes, of course. Here's my deception. This
is a high check you're gonna have to beat, by the way.
Oh, that
doesn't beat it. Unfortunately. Yeah. You're not gonna beat the psychology teacher on an insight check, even if they rolled low. It's gonna be hard to beat them.
That's fair.
So, she kind of looks at you and goes, Rhodes, seriously. Look, you need to put in the effort, even if it's just for a week. Just pass. That's all I ask. Look, you've known me for how many years now? 4, 5?
Something like that.
You need to put in the effort.
It doesn't matter, teach. I ain't gonna get it like a respectful job or anything. Look at me.
Yes, but you're not gonna get anything if you don't put the effort in. To be clear, I have just checked. You will have known her since 4th year at this point. You would have known her since you were 16, which is when you would have taken psychology. So you've known her like 4 years at this point.
He trusts her. He was, yeah, like I said, he pretty much trusts her. It's his favorite teacher. Kinda. It's not clear because he's him being a fucking stupid idiot, but it doesn't really show his affection in a good way because he doesn't know how to. Look, I got plans, all right? I don't need to get a good grade or need to pass, all right? I'm fine, all right? You don't gotta worry about me, all right? Just let me live my life how I want to, all right? It's getting. I mean, I'll give it. I'll give it some thought. I'll try and do some more studying. I promise that. All right. Not mean that. I'm not lying. Right. But I it's not the way I'm gonna live. Is to spend a week doing things I don't want to do. That's not how I work.
She kind of looked at you for a moment, sighs, and kind of is writing stuff down on like her paper. She's like still doing work despite all this, and she's just writing stuff down. And you kind of take a minute just to think, and you kind of just sat in silence. And you can tell you should not say anything at the moment. And you're just kind of sat there, just like taking it in.
Why is the sound gone?
Hmm?
The music's gone.
Don't worry about it. So as you're sat here, you're just relaxing, and it's like you can hear like a lot of paper writing from next door. Like she said, it's like behind an exam hall. There's like an exam hall to your side, and it's just kind of during all this. In about 2 seconds, the room goes from silence, just paper scratching, to a thunderous boom from the other side of the wall. And within a second, you feel the wall to your side cave in.
Can I react?
You black out pretty much immediately as this wall to your side caves in and a flash of blinding light overtakes you. When you wake up, you are kind of pinned under rubble, and you feel yourself in excruciating pain. You are scorched all over. Your fur has been blackened, as kind of whatever had gone off has scorched you entirely. Possibly the only reason you survived is from your beloved teacher, Muriel, saying, pushing you down and kind of blocking you. She is kind of laying on top of you, protecting you, dead. She is bleeding from multiple places on her body, and she's unresponsive. And you don't know how long you've been unresponsive for. all you can hear are cries and screams from outside the door.
Oh, God. Jeez. Fuck. He's he's only focused on the corpse of his teacher. The person that's the only person that's believed in him for like years now, like 4 years. The one that he's traded barbs with, and he's just like focusing on her, and he's not even listening to any of the other sounds. So he's staring at her and like grabbing her shoulders and shaking her. Teach. You gotta be kidding me. This is right, like psychology test. See how I work under pressure, right? Teach.
She's completely unresponsive. What is the next thing you do? Do you stay here? Do you keep shaking her?
After trying that for like minutes. That's minutes. You're not sure how long. Could be minutes for him. Could be tens of minutes. Who knows? But for a bit, he does that. Like, just he's not accepting that she's dead. After not really accepting it, but just knowing that he's gonna die if he doesn't do anything, he is going to try and dig himself out of this.
Give me a strength check.
Pushing this, I will strength.
Okay. You kind of manage to push this rubble off you both, and I assume you drag her body out of the rubble.
He's just gonna drag her out and like put her in a bridal carry, kinda.
And just kind of like carry her.
Just carry her like in a respectful way.
As you manage to get to your feet, you can see the other side of the wall, where the said exam room is. It is also scorched and burnt. There is no corpses left in that room. They have all been completely incinerated.
Where's the nearest window?
There's a very small. There's not a window you could squeeze out with her. There's a small window to your side, which has been completely blown out, and like the window frame's completely destroyed.
Yeah, he doesn't want to squeeze out. He just wants to look outside, see if if the school's getting attacked, or what's happening.
Chaos. Evidently, other explosions have gone off. There's smoldering like flames from everywhere.
All right, Teach. We'll get you help. We'll get you some medical help, and then we'll see what happens. Okay. Where do I go? He's gonna look around, trying to find a way out. Out of the school, at the very least. Or actually, is there any kind of like teacher focus on healing, or any class?
There would be. The chaplain, Obadiah Crane, who teaches religion and prayer. You might also have Hope from Mistress Bryony Thistle, who does horticulture. Those are kind of some of your best bet. There is also medical staff on, considering how much like martial stuff there is, and like for when people go into the mock dungeon and everything. So there's healing staff around.
Okay. He would guess just from.
I do want to make this clear. You are on 1 HP currently.
Oh, okay.
To be clear,
I'll fix that. You already did it.
I've said it.
Okay. His way of thinking is just like people are going to flock to the medical area to defend anybody that's injured, and that's where heroes are going to be. I don't know if there's any like contingency cases that they were taught,
Not
he would have.
not in the case of like a wide scale attack like this.
Yeah. So he wouldn't have paid attention anyway. But he's just gonna go with his own thinking and try to get to where the medical is, the medical team.
Can you give me a perception check, please?
Yes.
It is a high DC. I'm gonna say before I look at it, you will need to pass a. Actually, I'll say for this one, 14. You'll need to pass for a perception check.
Yes,
That
15.
passes. Okay, as you kind of burst out of the room, you can hear tons of footsteps not paraded, like running down the hall to your right.
Fuck. He's going, so he's gonna put her over one shoulder, and due to being a bugbear, I count as one size larger when determining my carrying capacity, the way I can carry. The other hand, that is, because I'm securing her on my shoulder with one hand.
Yes.
The other one's going to pull out my short sword.
Okay.
Which is the most gaudy looking short sword you've ever seen.
Of course.
It's fake gold shit, gems, but it works. He sharpened it. He's good at. He uses it, and he's gonna sneakily try to go to the noise to see what's going on.
You go to the noise.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check. Fucking hell. I was praying it was gonna roll to 1. That would have been amazing. You kind of
would have been funny.
You get to the corner, peek your head round. You see a number of masked people kind of wearing just full body cloaks. They're kind of like this beige green color. Almost kind of like a forest floor or like plant life. It's like a very dull greenish. It's kind of got a bit of like dull like what the color of a path would be, I guess. It's like this mix between those two. It's like a very dull beigey green color. There's about like 6 of them. And like you can't, they're wearing these full body cloaks with like masks, so you can basically only see their eyes, really.
I will try to sneak past. I'm guessing I have to sneak past them to get closer to the medical area.
The medical area is the other direction.
Other direction. Okay, then I'm going there. Actually,
Okay.
I ain't messing with that. Fuck, I got an injured, dead person, but he thinks she's just injured on his shoulder, so I'm gonna do that.
So you're gonna go the other way. You're gonna go to where the medical stuff is, the other direction. That's probably smart.
Is that what I'm not supposed to?
If you want to go through these guys, you can try.
I don't think there's anything important. Well, for Road, the only thing important is getting to the medical area to get his teach safe.
That would be in the other direction. That would be to the left.
Yeah, so he's gonna do that because he would fight him if it was just him, but he's got his teach to worry about.
Okay, so you run the other direction. Give me another stealth check, please.
Of course.
Oh, I rolled as you, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Ignore that.
Road roll is me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
26.
What a roll. You managed to sneak by quite easily. There's like, as you go, there's like a couple of like this group. There's like a few of them, like some in pairs. But there's not like as big of a group as you saw earlier. And you just managed to sneak by. And you eventually get to where the medical area is. And it's kind of got its doors closed, and you can see this kind of damage around the doors as well.
Check inside if I can.
As you push open the doors, you see the entire kind of other side of this room collapsed. Evidently, there was another explosion in here. What is also in here is about 4 other of this group, 4 other members of this group, and you can just see a pile of dead students and a couple of teachers to the side who have also evidently tried to escape to the medical room. As you see this, and as you open the door, they immediately rush you. They shout out, "There's another! Get him!"
Can I close the door on them and run the fuck away?
Are you gonna try and close the door? You can try and close the door.
Yes, I'm gonna try and close the door in their face.
I am gonna need a strength check. Oh, I did not mean to roll that yet. My bad. Ignore that.
No, this is.
I'm still doing it selected to do. Oops.
This is gonna go bad. Just a straight up strength check?
Yep. Just a straight up strength check.
15.
15.
Wait, what? Oh no, I don't have a plus. Sorry, yeah. 14.
Yeah.
I don't have a plus 1.
As you push this door shut, you feel 2 of them kind of like hit against the door, but like not with much push. 2 of them though slam into the door. They had like a bigger figure you saw. They slam into the door and start pushing it open. Are you gonna hold the door?
No. While they're busy with that, I will... Let me look at my abilities real quick, just see if anything helps. I am faster, so I think...
To be clear, as soon as you let go of the door, like, they'll be able to open it. It's not like you've jammed it shut or anything. Like, they will be able to get out immediately. So you can try and hold the door a bit longer and, like, try and outstrength them.
I am going to... Okay, I'm going to let the door go. I'm going to grab my short sword, and because they are pushing against it, so they will be going pretty fast, I'm going to try and stab one of them in the face, where I think their face would be.
Let me just check something.
I'll try this.
Yeah, okay.
Would this count as a sneak attack?
Will it matter, is the question. As you draw your sword and kind of get ready to let go of the door, kind of where you've like holding it shut with your arm, because you've got that other arm on your teacher still. As you kind of let go of that and step back, ready to possibly jump them as they kind of tumble through the door. As you do that, you feel another sword plunge through your back. Evidently, when they shouted, 2 people from the other side of the corridor, which were hiding in the room opposite, have come out as well. And as you kind of stepped back, you feel a sword plunge through your back. You feel the strength leave your body, and you feel your knees give out.
No matter what, he's gonna try and keep the teacher in his grasp and like away from them, even as he goes down.
As you fall to your side, or to the side where you had the teacher, and you kind of manage to just pull her back, like, so you're almost curled around her. You're much bigger than her, much taller than her. And so you pull her close to you, and you try to wrap around her to, like, protect her. She's already dead. That's something you haven't been willing to acknowledge. And as your consciousness fades, you hear some of the bodies talking. Can you give me a final perception check to see if you properly hear any of this conversation?
This is how the road ends.
Oh, what a...
Dirty
That's
20.
a dirty 20. As you are kind of laying there, your mind fade. Hear them speak. You hear them go, there was 2 more of them. Of course there was. Well, at least they carried one of the bodies to us. Hear another go, come on, let's make sure we burn them quickly. And as you hear that, your consciousness fades. After what feels like only a moment, you feel yourself start to wake. You feel ground beneath you. You feel a slight tear in your shirt. And you crack your eyes open to see a purple clouded sky resting above you. The scene.
What do you mean by that? Loading world map.
Ignore the party. Ignore the flag.
What flag?
Oh, great, even better.
Oh no, I see like a cave, and that's about it.
Yeah. I don't think you can see stuff. Wait, let me make sure.
No. Like I can see myself.
Oh, that's great. That's all you really need to see at the moment. Let me just change. There we go. Why can't the camera see you? Is the question.
I've sneaked around the camera.
You sneaked around the camera, of course. Why can't the camera see?
My stealth is unbreakable.
The hell can't they see you? Oh, there you go.
Technical problems, folks. We'll be back in a minute.
As you wake up, you see this purple sky above you. It's cloud. It's solid cloud layer. There is nothing but cloud. What do you do on waking?
I am going to desperately look around for my teacher.
As you push yourself up, you feel no pain. You feel weak. Feel restless. Feel no pain. As you look around, the ground is akin to black sand. It's much too solid to be actual sand. It doesn't quite give out under you in the same way sand would, but it's got that texture, and it kind of, as the wind, like a gentle breeze blows, you can see like the little bits of grit skitter along. But it's too solid to be actual sand. As you observe around you, you see what seems to be a ruins of what could have been a stone building once upon a time. Oh, I think I rolled. You see a stone building around you, and not much else. You don't see another person.
Okay. Is there anything inside this stone house? Besides
Only
me?
you. It's completely decimated. It's no better than just kind of the pillars that made it up.
Okay. It's not even any furniture?
No. It's
just the walls.
There's barely the floor anymore. Clearly, over the time, the black sand has kind of seeped in and covered all the floor.
Alright, I'm gonna check myself. Do I have the wounds I had before? Do I have all my items?
You have all the items that were on your body, but you don't have any wounds. You don't have that mark. Your skin. You are no longer as scorched. The ends of your fur are still tinged, but they're not kind of covered and scorched. They're not covered with black soot anymore. You don't have your wound where you stabbed through the back with a sword. And you also do not have your teacher with you.
Hey, I'm going to slowly and verily walk outside the building, or what was once a building.
Do you want to give me a perception check?
All right.
Oh. Pretty terrible.
5.
Luckily, as you push out, you can see some stuff. In one direction, you can see a forest. It's this huge forest. It's so big, you couldn't really gauge how big it is from this angle. It's too big to gauge from this angle. To the left of it, further left, you see kind of the land drop away to what you think could possibly be a river, but that's very far off. You can't make out any. What you can make out is a small little bit of pathway just kind of going off to some hills in the distance. This land's weird. There is hills, and you can see mountains in the distance, but there's no mountain range. There's not a range of hills. It is like there's a few hills that pop up and then it is flat again. There is a mountain that breaks the cloud line, and there's not any remotely near it.
Okay, I'm gonna search the area for my teacher. I ain't giving up.
You spend about... Give me an investigation check.
Okay. He's not gonna give up. Right.
You spend about 30 minutes wandering, looking. You kind of do laps around the building, but there's nothing else really that close to the building. So you just kind of do laps, you kind of do circles, kind of getting slightly bigger, slightly bigger. After about 30 minutes of this, you still fail to find any sign of your teacher.
He's just like, if he doesn't find her at that point, he's just gonna sit down, look against like the like he's gonna go back to the shack, sit down like against like one of the pillars that could maybe support him. He doesn't really care. He's just like gonna try and comprehend that his favorite person after, you know, the one way back, like this favorite person, the one who tried to help him, just died because she protected him, or at least that's how he feels. He's just gonna try and comprehend her death at this point. It's like there's no else.
It's a tough thing. You have, over the years, struggled to form meaningful, deep connections. You have tried, and you've made friends, you've made people you know through club and some of your classmates. But it's strong to feel an actual connection with someone. This teacher, who you've had for 4 years, one Mirelle Sane, is someone who you did feel that with. You felt like she understood you. And even if that isn't on a deeply personal level, and even if that isn't as someone who could do a lot for you, she cared. She tried to help you. She would always reach out. And now she's dead. And she tried to save you. And then you died as well.
Rowan has a pretty weird view on death, about it just being a cycle of life and everything. But
how is that holding up?
Yeah, it's somewhat shaken. It's still it's still part of that. It's inevitable, but he didn't expect it to happen so soon. He didn't expect it to be not himself. You know, he didn't expect to see it to have to face it. It kind of has a little bit of hope, considering he's not dead. Or he doesn't think he's dead. Yeah, he's not really sure that maybe she's alive somewhere. He's going to pull out one of his playing cards, the Queen specifically, and like write on his the only pen he has on him, which is like a red Sharpie, like at the top, her name. Which, if you could send the full-on name to me at some point.
Yes, yeah,
so
I will do that right now. I can put that in chat.
I will put that in my notes. I will
Put that in your notes.
I will start.
Yes.
I'll open.
You're gonna be needed to take notes.
The Hog PDF. No, the Hog. The Hog files.
Okay.
So, where's the?
I've just put it in chat.
There we go. Thank you. So, Queen card. Dr. Meryl Sane. Why is the text like this?
Yeah.
I'll just write it. I'll just write it myself, I guess. One sec. Just give me a second.
Yeah, no worries. As you're writing this, you examine the world around. And it's blank. It's hard to call it otherwise. You have seen no other signs of life. You have seen no other signs of another. And all that you can remember is the pain of what happened mere minutes ago before you woke here. Even if your body does not, your mind does. Your mind remembers. Seared into your brain the feeling of being crushed beneath rubble, of being seared by fire, of a sword plunging through your chest.
After writing the card, just like going through his emotions, he wouldn't cry, he's like kind of catatonic. After he's done with that, and just like kind of only holding on to hope, he's alive, so maybe she's alive. And he knows he died, but now he's alive, so maybe she's out there. He's going to just pick a random direction and walk. No, he's going to do it, like, try and do it sneakily. Like, go for bushes and stuff.
Yeah, well, there's no bushes. It is...
Yeah, it's completely desolate.
It is, like I said, it's obviously it's not literally flat. There's like, it kind of in some ways reminds you, it's very much like a beach. It's not fully flat at any point, but it's at a distance it looks flat. And like I said earlier, the only things you can really make out is a forest in the distance, or the remains of what could have possibly been a path on the ground.
I suppose he would try and take that path. Or what was a path, maybe.
Are you gonna walk?
Yeah, he's gonna walk and try to do it as quietly as possible.
Okay. You spend some time walking. You walk about 1 kilometer, and as you kind of walk to where the path is, you spot where you saw some of those some of those hills. Tucked away between those hills is a couple small houses. Another thing you kind of notice upon getting closer to the hills is they're less like hills. They're kind of more akin to dunes, sand dunes maybe. You don't know how long for or how far. And it is only upon spotting this actual marker in the distance, one you could actually gauge the distance of, that you realize it's weird to walk it doesn't make sense. You take 2 steps and you feel like it has gone no closer. You take 2 more and you feel like you've went leaps and bounds. You know you've only taken 4 steps. You know you could have only covered such distance. But while one step feels like it could be the gate of a dwarf, the other feels like it could have been the gate of a giant.
Damn. I guess he's just gonna go towards it, forward. Keep on trucking.
On track.
Just one more. Yeah, like that would be his mantra. I feel like the
Just
gambling clubs. Just one more, like just one more step. Just one more, like that's like what he's constantly saying is, but just one more to keep himself going.
Yes. Can I? I was trying to see if I could remove the bloodied effect just because it covers your icon.
I'm gonna put that in my notes. Actually, that's important.
Yeah, put everything in your notes. You're gonna be needing to take notes. You approach this village. It's hardly a village. It's maybe 4 houses tucked away in between these dunes, and it's barren. The houses seem intact, far more intact than the structure you came from. They're built out of a weird material. Somewhat wood, but it's wood, I guess, would be apt. You don't hear anything. You don't hear anyone. Is there anything you'd like to do?
He would just try his best to look around, like any kind of sign for anyone.
Do you want to give me a perception check?
Yeah. $14.
Alright, 14. You kind of plod between these few houses, poke your head in, and see no one. There is belongings. There is food on the counter, even. There is items littered around. It's been lived in. And as you kind of get closer, you notice what felt off about the houses. When you examine the walls, they're made out of wood, which is fine. That's not that unusual. The unusual thing is that the grain on the woods seem the exact same. There is no change in the grain of the woods. They do not change, they do not morph, they do not twist. The grain is straight and unending and unchanged. There is many things you notice, but none of them unnerve you like that does. You don't feel in danger by it necessarily, but it doesn't feel natural. Are you going to investigate into the houses? Or
yes, yeah, he will.
Give me an investigation check. Tell me exactly what are you investigating?
The house is like the
house themselves, or like the insides of them?
The insides. Do I also want to try and figure out if, like, the way they're built is like, because each city or like country has their own way of building buildings.
Yes, yeah.
He wants to see if he can recognize it, like, see if it's close to what he remembers of the city the academy was in.
We'll do 2 different roles. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do the outside of the building, making understanding or seeing if it's,
Give me
18.
good 18.
Investigation.
It's weird. It's this weird mesh of building styles. You can see some houses. None of the houses are built the exact same. It reminds you of how houses in the countryside may have been built. There is some techniques from the Eastern Sapphire continent in there as well. But it is not one. It is not consistent. What you can tell is they were all, like I said, built differently, built separately.
I see. So multiple people made it, I suppose.
If
I'm writing this down.
You rolled an 18, so I'll give you one more bit. If you were gonna guess anything, you feel like it was built out of necessity. It wasn't like, we're gonna build it this way because we can. We're not gonna build it this way because we want to be special. We're gonna build it this way because we kind of just got to at this point. Like, there's definitely some interesting design choices. It's like on one side of the house, they may have been built. It may have been built a certain way. It may have been joined a certain way, and then on the other side, they've used different methods. It's not slapdash. It's been done to a decent quality, but it's just not consistent.
Okay. Oh, consistent. All right. Then I guess we're gonna investigate the insides of the houses. Fuck.
Not as good, 7. As you push your way into one of the houses kind of in the center of the area, you look around. It has small windows on the side, kind of high up, kind of your head height, but the buildings themselves aren't that tall. They're only a single floor. They're like bungalows. You push your way through. They're single room places. They're single room houses. There's no dividers. There is no kind of curtains. It is just an open plan. As you enter to your right, there is what seems to be a small kitchen area. There's ceramic jars, still sealed shut. At the far side, there seems to be what is akin to a bed. There's no frame, just bundles of soft materials to sleep on. It's not clear quite what it is, but it's clear it's not just one item. It's clear it's not just feathers, it's not just fur, it's not just whatever else, it's not just straw, it's a bundle of things, it's whatever works to make the floor comfortable to sleep on. Luckily, being how the floor is, it's mostly grain, it's mostly sand. You can't quite tell if there was an actual floor to the inside, but all you can see now is the grain, the dark grains that have covered the floor of this world you now are in. If you had to guess, there's probably no floor, but you can't feel the difference. It's still, despite being grains of akin to sand, it still feels solid to stand on, and it did while you were walking. Last area of the house is to the left of the door. It seems like a seating area. It seems like there was room for maybe 3, maybe 4. Maybe it was where the people who gathered here would come to chat, maybe communicate. What you do notice is, in all of this, there is nothing that would indicate the age or maybe the gender of those who inhabited it. There's no kids' toys, and there's no canes for the elderly. It's a house which has been lived in, but you cannot gauge by who.
He's gonna go outside the house. Are there any other paths that lead outside the village that I have that he didn't come from?
There is a single other path. There is the path you kind of took coming in, and there's a path that kind of goes out of the other side of the dune. But it's not a path. It's been trodden, but it ends very soon after. Kind of the last house just goes in a general direction.
So he's gonna rip a page out of his notebook, and what he's gonna do is gonna face the house that he was just in.
Yeah. And
then he's gonna put on the page north. He's designating this house is north from this point on for himself. He's gonna put the star, the northwest, all that stuff, top of the corner. He's gonna mark in the middle of the town that he's in or the buildings he's in right now, and he's gonna put from where he came from a line, and do a little dot there for the ruins. And now, as he is going to go the other path that he hasn't taken yet, he's going to trace his steps kind of on this kind of map that he's going to try and make. It's going to be crude, but he's trying.
May I make a suggestion?
Yes, voice in my head, please.
You are very tired. You are very hungry. You are effectively on 1 health still.
True.
It might be advisable to get some rest.
Okay.
Or, at the very least, consider looting the house. Might find some.
He's just so focused on moving. That's good. Yeah, he's gonna put away the notepad after, taping the map at the back of it. I'm gonna put this in my party notes.
That's fine.
Once again. I'll put it okay, I can't really draw anything in here.
Don't worry about that right now. I was planning to give you guys another copy of the map, which you can just fully doodle on. So,
okay.
I will be doing that soon. So don't worry about that right now.
Shift map. Very much not complete. I'm just gonna note this down so I don't forget. Okay. So how many houses are there again?
There is 4. There's 4 small houses, all very similar to the one that you were just in. They're not identical, but they're similar. They were clearly built by the same people.
He's gonna push on. He's gonna loot 3 of. He's gonna loot all of the houses, or try to anyway. And gather all the stuff in the house that is in the the most middle of the. It's just gonna call it the town, it's gonna call it the town. In the town, gather all the things he finds in there, things he thinks are important. That is.
So you spend some time doing that. I'm not going to make you roll because it's not like anything's particularly hidden. And I assume you're going to do a pretty thorough job of kind of trying to achieve stuff. Luckily, you do find some good stuff. You find a place to fill your flask. One of the jars has clean water in it, seemingly. And you find quite a few rations. You're not going to starve anytime soon. Let me give you rations, shall I? How much of this stuff are you taking, and how much are you kind of going to leave here? Obviously, I assume you're also going to rest, but...
Yeah, he's going to... Wait, I need it because my carrying capacity, because we're going to do...
We are doing carrying capacity, yes. You also do have your backpack on you, which does also have rations itself.
Okay. And I do...
And you do have a
How much is it normally? Is 330 carrying capacity
That's the
Normal?
max. That's the max. But you see, like, the second notch on it.
Yeah.
Past that, you'll be encumbered, I believe.
Second notch, okay. Because I do have the powerful build thing.
Yeah, that's probably why.
That's why I have max carrying capacity, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So I'll take as much as possible without being encumbered.
Yeah.
Like just at the first notch, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, luckily, that's kind of how it. That's kind of how it ends out. There's 14 rations there, which is enough.
Do I have thieves' tools? Considering I'm a rogue.
I do not see any thieves' tools on you.
Yeah, that's. I have the proficiency, but I don't have them because I didn't, get anything. But I was just making sure. Okay, so I'll have to find some later. Right. It's fine. Just was wondering.
There is one more thing you feel that you find. Let me just double check this. You find a small component pouch as well.
Useless. But I'll take it.
Okay. And that's kind of what you find. There's other stuff, but like nothing that is particularly useful to you. There's some clothes, there's some fabrics, but...
So, are all the things in the backpack also... I have this?
Yeah, everything in your backpack you have.
I guess I have 24 rations.
You have 24 rations currently, yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's good to know.
Although, technically, even though it does automatically give you it, it's funny how the backpack, like, it gives you naturally is over the amount of weight a backpack can carry, which is just funny. I will just move the rations out into your general inventory.
That's good.
As well as your...
So I will quickly get rid of the 10 ones.
I'll sort it.
No, you'll sort it. Okay.
There you go. You're all sorted.
Good. Well, he's going to try and barricade the door of the building he's in.
Yeah.
Put down a sleeping bag and sleep.
Right. It's a restless night, but it's quiet. Hear nothing as you sleep. Long rest for me, why don't you? Get your health back up. It's the icon, like, right above where the level up one is. The 10.
Short rest, level up, long rest. Alright.
Take that long rest.
Look. New day. Remove temp HP. Remove max HP.
Here you go. I've also just remembered why you can't see the party, which is good. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
God, this map is fucking massive.
It's a massive map. Wait, let me scroll out for the viewers. Because I haven't scrolled in.
It's crazy. I just did that as well.
To be fair, this is also with Foundry automatically adding padding on the edges of the map, which it just does naturally.
Oh, actually, I can see that. You see the lines.
Yeah,
it's so way less, but it's still good. It's still big.
No, this is... I haven't finished making the map, by the way, so it might end up being bigger. So, don't get ahead of yourself.
Either way, it's big. Either way.
Yes.
Yeah. He's gonna pack his stuff up, push the bedroll, unbarricade it, and he's gonna take a peek outside real quick, just sneakily. First.
There's nothing there. All safe. All alive.
Well, guess he's gonna eat his ration for the day.
Have a ration.
He's at 23 now. So that will keep him for a day, I suppose.
Yeah.
And he's going to take the road he hasn't taken, and he's going to continue drawing his map.
Yes. Let me also just remember to change it to the next day on my calendar. Okay. So you head this way out. As you kind of, can you give me a perception roll, please?
Of course I can.
Oh.
Oh, 3.
Okay. As you kind of step out from the dunes, we'll say you kind of plop yourself on like the top of one of the dunes to get a bit of a better view. You can see in the direction that you kind of decided was north, you can see the forest still, and you can kind of see it curve round now from where you are. If like a bit further to the east, past that, you really can't see much.
Fuck. It's gonna work. So sorry. Wait. So there's the forest nearby that I can see.
Yes, that's
right?
the forest. That's the edge of the forest, and you kind of see it. You kind of see it, kind of like curve round here. Like you can see, like it kind of curves around in this area.
Well, it's the next landmark I can explore. I have the map. So he's going to travel towards the forest, marking everything he can down as like waymarks on his little prompted map.
Yeah. Are you going to kind of follow the edge of the forest and like not go inside it?
Yeah, for now. He wants to make sure he wants to see how big it is.
As you get closer to the forest, you actually begin being able to see the trees. And give me an investigation check. Oof. Not having a good time here, are you?
I had good rolls at the start, now I don't anymore.
When you look at this forest, you can see all the trees are a similar height. They're like a similar color. They also seem to possibly be a similar color to the houses as well. So you think this is probably the wood they used. But past that, can't really tell any. Are you gonna continue around the edge of the forest?
He's gonna continue. He wants to mark how big it roughly is.
Okay. You continue to head around the edge of the forest, and you spot a path leading into the forest. As you, well, yeah, what do you do?
But we can describe this, like how the path looks, right? Like how does looking into the forest from the path look?
Oh,
like standing just outside of it, right? Standing outside the forest, standing on the path and looking inside.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I don't have this prepped. I'm gonna kill myself. Oh, that's a shame. Never mind, can't do that.
Don't kill yourself, baby.
No,
you're so sexy.
Baby, you're so sexy. That's kind of annoying. I thought I had something prepped, which I apparently do not.
Prep it now. Do it.
I can't. I kind of can. Okay, you know what? Give me 1 second.
It's a side story. It's fine.
This is not the side story. This is main story.
I'm the side story. I'm the only
no, did I plan
story.
it? Oh, I did. Never mind. I prepped it. I prepped it. I can't believe I prepped it. Does this have visibility enabled? Okay, I
don't see anything yet.
Yeah. I will probably cut some of this.
What do I see here?
That's just because that's been revealed by Fog of War. I'll say this, that's where other party members have woken up.
Damn, they didn't even move. Chumps.
No, they slept in the cave and we called it there.
Chumps.
Road,
on the other hand, immediately gets to work, of course.
Of course, as you should. I will need just 1 second to get all this set up.
You see man-made abominations killing everything.
No, not quite like that. Don't worry.
Not quite like that. That means it kind of is like that.
Not really. What color do I use? Sorry, wait, I need to check.
Purple.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the exact hex color, though. Purple. Where's Lils?
It's the best color. I'm very happy that this entire map is purple. Fucking bored that is.
I will say, actually, you know what, I'll say that in a bit. Because I'm going to be cutting a lot of me setting this up right now.
Damn. That means I can say anything right now. I hate myself.
Oh?
Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
Depression is okay.
Well, everyone's kind of going to have a bit of it by the end of this, so...
Notice.
Okay. As you reach edge of the woods and examine kind of the path and the way in, let me... can you see this, hopefully?
Yes.
Yes. This is the forest you see. The black grains of sand give out to what appears to be moss. Kind of greyish, a bit bluey. And there's twigs scatter the ground as do fallen leaves. The path heading in is pitch black. There's no light seeping in, past a little bit of colour of the purple sky illuminating eyes.
Gonna walk to the path. He's not sure how big the forest is, and he really wants to go in here, so he's going to go... Well, okay, first, I would like to do a perception or investigation check to see if I find any animal marking, like footprints, you know? Like anything on the ground, besides those twigs.
Give me a perception. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Fuck.
You kind of look around. You examine. Can't tell much. However, from behind you, you start to hear noise. People talking, people arguing, people speaking. And as you turn to look in that direction to see who is coming, we're gonna end it off there. Wow!
God.
Welcome, Orcs' Road Hoggeth to the campaign! Yay!
God, oh my god. Well, I hope the viewers liked my stupid accent and the character.
It was lovely. Yippee, that was cool! Oh, we'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back. And there'll be chaos and there will be combat. I promise.
We always come back.